Hey Tanya, how you doing? Welcome to the live. I'm sorry for being late and trying to give it a few more minutes, see if somebody else come in. How are you? How was your week? I know me. I've been. I'm doing well. Oh, that's great. I'm glad you're doing good. Ooh, it's been a busy, busy week for me. I'm in the process of trying to get ready to do a my first time ever doing a yard sale since being here in Georgia. I've only done a yard sale, I think, two other times in my life. So with that and medical appointments, boy, it's been a busy week, but I'm doing good myself. So uh, sorry for not being here um, last Thursday. Oh my God, I thought I was going to go live last Thursday. That was my whole intent because I had wanted to talk about what we're talking about tonight. It's not going to be a lot, just a little bit. Hey, cousin, how you doing? Welcome to the live. Um, and I mean, here it is. I was getting ready for the live, and I looked at my clock, and it was like, okay, it was just 7:10, and I said, well, I'm just gonna lay down, and I'll go live, at my regular time at 8:30. Why I fell asleep? I mean, I was knocked out last Thursday. I mean, and the same thing almost happened again tonight. That's why I'm late now. So tonight we're going to be talking about um, our water intake, and a lot of us, a lot of people have problems getting their water on, and a lot of people, that's what they were telling me. It's hard for them to drink water, and we discussed this before, and I was explaining that you can get water when you get your water. Sometimes we got to add a little something to it, a little Crystal Light or some of those little flavor drops to get our water in. Add a little lemon to it. But there's other ways that we can get our water in, and that's through eating. We can get our water by the foods we eat. So, like they always talk about, oh, iceberg lettuce ain't got, it's nothing but that's just water. Well, it is. That's another way you can get water. Grapes is another way you can get water. People don't realize grapes is 80% water. So we're getting our water in sometimes, even when we don't actually drink the whole 64 or 84 ounces of water. Some doctors say you should be drinking at least half your body weight. Well, I tried to do that when I was 400 pounds. That was over 200 ounces of water. Child, that did not work. So it didn't work for me. It may work for some, but it did not work for me. Baby, I lived in the bathroom. But since since having surgery, after my surgery, all of a sudden I had a hard time getting my water in. And some people have always had a hard time getting their water in. But strawberries, like strawberries is 92% water. Mangoes is 83% water. So it's so many ways that you can get your water intake. And a lot of people don't realize that. Cucumbers, 96% water. Apples, you getting your fiber and your apples in all in one. 84% water. So just because you may not get the full 64 ounces in a day that the doctor require, if you're getting in plenty of vegetables, certain vegetables, you're still getting um, that water in, and that's a good thing. If you want who eats vegetables, Raspberries, 90% water. Hi, welcome to the live. If this is your first time, state your name and where you're from, and say hi as you enter the room. Um, so, pears is 84% water. So, we're talking about water intake, and some people have a hard time, like I said, getting water. And certain foods we eat, fruits and vegetables, are full of water. Romaine lettuce. Romaine lettuce is 90%, 96% water. Um, Peaches is 89% water. So, once again, if you're having problems drinking your water, you can also eat your water. You can still get in water through things that we put in our body, through foods we eat. Papaya is 91% water. Um, so on top of drinking water, when you're eating your cucumbers, grapes, strawberries, all these good, delicious vegetables that's good for our body, they have water. Strawberries is like 92% water. And we need the water because it helps to flush our kidneys and our body, the toxins out of our body. That's the good thing about water. Um, One of my friends, she story, quick little story. Uh, a associate of mine, I wouldn't call her a friend, an associate of mine, I wind up getting a job with me at Social Security. And she was very sickly, a lot smaller than me, but she was very sickly. And she was a diabetic. And she just assumed because of my size, I was a diabetic. And she assumed I had, um, high blood pressure and diabetes. And so I was teaching the class. She was one of the new hires. So I was the instructor for that class. So I kept telling her, girl, I ain't got nothing wrong with me. And yeah, Carmelita, you ain't as large as you are. I guarantee you, your sugar levels is high. You just don't get them checked and this and that. So she pulled out her little diabetic kit in the class. And she literally, I let her, I said, okay, we'll see. So I let her poke me and check my sugar. Yeah, watermelon is another one that's watermelon is 92%. Um, it, Watermelon is 92% water. So I let her poke me and check my sugar level. It was great. And at this time, guys, at this time, I was weighing like 439 pounds. She was shocked. So then she wanted to check my blood pressure. It was perfect. And this is when I was weighing 439 pounds. I was not on no meds, and I had been this weight for a long time. And I told her, I said, I told her, I said, first of all, I'm not a, I eat healthy. The problem was I overate. And I explained to her, and I drink a lot of water. I said, haven't you noticed I be drinking water all day in class? I always had a big uh, cup of water. And I would drink probably about 100 ounces of water a day during that time. I mean, I was just putting it back because I like the taste of water, which is a lot of people don't. So I've never had an issue with water, drinking water until after I had my weight loss surgery. Things changed then. But I explained to her because I drink so much water. I think that's why I did not, at the size I was, I did not have high blood pressure or diabetes or anything. Now, with that being said, yeah, I have it now, but I didn't get it until after I retired and I got here to Georgia. I don't know what it was. When I got here to Georgia, my blood pressure shot up and never went down. And I've had it ever since I've gotten here to Georgia. I don't know, could have been the stress of moving here, because by then I was losing weight, I was working out and everything. But once it came, it never went away. But one thing I did was I always drank water. Am I diabetic? No, I am not. As large as I am not borderline. I'm nowhere near a diabetic. I almost became a diabetic. I became like a borderline diabetic a little bit before I had my surgery. Was the first time I read as a borderline diabetic, and that all changed pretty much after surgery. But I was like just 1 inch away from like an inch into being a borderline diabetic. So I don't know if the weight loss surgery had anything to do with that or not. Maybe it could have did or may not. I don't know. But I know after weight loss surgery, my taste for water went away. I could barely drink water. Now, we can barely eat after surgery, but I thought that when I did start being able to eat more and start being able to drink, my taste for water had gone. For that first year, it was hard for me to get water in. Well, now I'm back to the point to where I love water again. So I drink it all day. I'm drinking the grab. You guys see me. I'm drinking the grab and go container. It's like a 24, 32 ounce Stanley cup container, and I drink on that. I take a cup out with me when I go outside in the garden, and I'll drink that, at least two of them while I'm out in the garden, and then I'll drink on that throughout the day. So, and another thing is, I love my vegetables. I love lettuce. I love tomatoes. So, cherry tomatoes is 94% water. I love big tomatoes. So I get my water in not just with me drinking it, but also with me eating. I love zucchini. Zucchini is 95% water. So when you guys are eating your fruits and vegetables, that's something to think about, choosing our fruits and vegetables wisely so that we can still get that water intake. So that's for those of you who have problems drinking water. And mangoes is 83% water. So we were talking about, and Tanya had talked about watermelon. I don't know if I said it, I'll say it again. The watermelon is 92% um, water, and oranges is, I think, 90% water. Yeah, oranges is 90% water. So when I be showing you guys, I'll be making my fruit bowls. I will cut up fresh fruit and I will keep it in the refrigerator. I will cut up me an orange, some apples. I throw me some blueberries and raspberries in there. Raspberries is 90% water. I put strawberries in there and apples. Oh my God. And it tastes so good because of all the natural water juices from the vegetables. You don't have to put no sugar in there. You don't have to put anything in there. Just mixing cut the fruit up, put it in a big bowl and mix it up, and it is delicious. And it replaces sweets. Now you ain't, like that sweet tooth that you have, that I have, and we all get sometimes. A fresh fruit bowl can eliminate that, and that's what I'll do. Bell peppers is another vegetable that's 90, I think 92 or 93% water is bell peppers. I love a green salad. Matter of fact, I just went and got some artesian lettuce, and I will wash that lettuce up, clean it up real good. I wash up my tomatoes, and as you all seen, you can look at some of my other videos. I prep everything. So I will cut up my cucumber and my tomatoes, my cherry tomatoes, and my lettuce and my raspberries and my blueberries and my cucumbers, and I'll put them in individual containers when I'm doing my salad. I used to mix the whole salad up and put it in the refrigerator, but what I found was um, my salad would go bad quicker when I do it that way versus me washing my lettuce and chopping it up, and I put it in the salad spinner and let it dry, get it spin and dry real good. And then I'll put it back in the refrigerator in the spinner now after I've dumped the water off of it and dried it out. And it will hold for a week, sometimes 2 weeks in that salad spinner. And by me breaking down my mushrooms and tomatoes and cucumbers and purple onion or green onions, everything is already cut up and prepped. And I put them in glass container jars about this big in the refrigerator. So now all that water and all those fruits and vegetables on top of my daily water, I have me a great salad. And when I am eating that way and I'm having my big old salad every day, I'm having that salad for lunch or that salad for dinner, um, on top of drinking water, baby, your girl lives in the bathroom when it's time to go to sleep. But the good thing is, I have filled up on my water for that day, on top of having a healthy meal. So that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to talk about. Really was just letting you guys know about the different foods and fruits you can have that we can eat. Zucchini. I love zucchini. I like to cut up my zucchini, and you know how you cook it, your zucchini and squash together with a little salt and pepper and a little butter on top of the stove. Oh my God, it's so good. Um, Once again, that's 95% water. And when we cook these vegetables, we know it's water because when you call yourself going to stir fry them sometimes, you got to cook them until the water is all gone out of it. So uh, that lets you know right there, like cabbage and things like that, it's full of water. Like when you're cooking stir fry cabbage or when you're cooking your greens, you don't really have to put a lot of water or anything in them, just a little bit, and it's going to make its own water and juices. So that's another good thing. So, yeah. So, do anybody have anything that they would like to add to the conversation as far as what they do to get their water? Like I said, you can add lemon to your water, but a little stevia in that water. If you have a problem drinking it by itself, a little lemon and a little stevia or whatever um, sugar-free sweetener that you like. Stevia is one of the best. Some people like monk fruit. I don't. I think it's horrible. Or Crystal Light, or like just a little, like I said, the little drops that you can buy, the little plastic containers where you can buy it, and you can add your little grape or blueberry taste or whatever, or strawberry or orange flavors, um, water, flavored water. I've had bought some flavored water from Sam's Club. Um, it's supposed to. like it's like along the line of a Gatorade. It was horrible. To me, it was horrible. Baby, that was the worst water I ever had in my life. I said, no, just let me stick with some regular water because that stuff was horrible. I can do Gatorade. I can do Powerade. That's another way to get it in. I can do those to get those electrolytes in to make sure you're getting in what you need. Those are great. Powerade is good. It's a lot cheaper than um, Gatorade, especially with the price of things going up now. So if you want another good alternative, if you don't really like water, Powerade is pretty good. I have, yeah, I fill my whenever I fill my container up, I fill it up with ice. I love ice cold water. I can drink hot water, but I love ice cold water as well. I can drink that. That's the only way I drink it most of the times. Now, sometimes I'll drink it not ice cold, but I drink it better when it's ice cold. Hi, Linda. Hey, Linda, how you doing? I'll say hi to Paulette. How Sue? Tell her I said hi. Um, Welcome and thank you for joining the live. So, yeah, so that's how I get my water in, and I really need that. So, now I'll tell you guys what I've been doing. We're planning our trip to Thailand, and I'm going to take you guys along with me, switching subjects now. Um, I will be videotaping, vlogging our trip to Thailand. We leave next month, and the trip to Thailand is to go check out different cities to see where it is that we want to live when we move there next year. At first, we had decided we was just going to go next year, and that was it, and just pack up and go when that time came. But then we got to thinking about it, Paulette and myself, and then my son said he wanted to move out there as well because he's lived in Thailand before. So at the spare of the moment, we all just decided, hey, let's buy a ticket, let's go and see what it's all about. And we knew what city we wanted to live in. So we're going down there and we're going to check out a couple of cities. And like I said, this is going to be an adventure. It's a 22-hour flight there. We leave um, on the 15th and we get there on the 17th. So luckily, it's quite a few people that live here in the house. So me and Paulette will be the only ones going from the household. And then my son, like I said, he's going to go as well because he want to also look and check out the different areas. He haven't been since he got out the military. He lived there before, and he was talking about Koh Samui, but Koh Samui is just too expensive. And it's an island, and it's very hilly. It's so beautiful, though. It's so beautiful. So I just can't wait. So that's what I've been doing. We've been preparing for the trip. I've been also getting in all my doctor's appointments and things like that, and preparing stuff around the house. That's why we're going to be also doing a yard sale before we leave because we were getting stuff together for our move next year. And I'm going to be showing you all that in a vlog, a lot of the stuff that we'll be selling this weekend. I thought I was going to have it up today before we even did the live, before I did the live. And you'll see when I'm talking, I'm saying, oh, and I'm going to show you this before the live. Well, that didn't happen. I didn't get to edit the video. So it didn't happen, but I will be showing you guys me setting up and some of the stuff I tagged for the yard sale. And These is items that I'm selling now, because you never know what's going to happen. Our goal is to move there no later than July of 2026. We may be there sooner than July. We may be there in June of 2026, if Lord say the same. However, um, I don't want to sell anything that we use. I'm selling the yard sale. It will consist of stuff that we don't use and have not used since we've been in the house. You know how it is when you move somewhere and you pack up all this stuff. And we had so many boxes of items in the basement, just a lot of stuff that we no longer use. Oh, thank you. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I really do. Um, and tell Deb, I said hi, okay? Oh, and tell her Paulette said hi too. Paulette is in there laying down. Um, so we also, when we sold our RV, we had two households. In the RV, we had like two sets of plots, Instapot. So like we got two Instapots. I'm not selling neither one of the Instapots right now, no, because sometime I'll cook in both of them at one time. Like the other day, I had cooked some. I had did the braised short ribs in the Instapot, and I did collard greens in the Instapot. So I used the Instapot each at the same time. So I decided I'm not putting those out there. Anything that I used did not go out there. But we used to have a baking business. We were called PC Signature Cakes and Candy. And we even had a website, PC Signature Cakes and Candy up. And we baked cakes, and I made candy. Paulette was the cake baker, and I was the candy maker. So we have so much, many supplies, things that's never been used, uh, that we will be selling from that, along, like I said, with everything that we had in the RV, because we lived in the RV after we sold the house in California for about a year. So with the sale of the RV, well, that came a whole nother household full of items, chairs, ottomans, tables. Well, we have one of the tables in here, a beautiful brass table. We use it for our dog, to set up my dog's food and everything over in the corner. So that's what we do. We have a lot of items, and that's what I've been preparing for and doing this year. I see I done lost everybody but one person, since I'm not talking about weight loss stuff right now. But I'm giving you guys a little insight to what's been going on with me and what I've been doing, um, preparing for this move. Also, I've been out there in the garden. You're going to be seeing videos with me also in my gardening, and I'm showing you some of my latest hauls. I have a watermelon. Oh my God, that's going to be coming up in a video. I didn't even know it. My watermelons keep dying off. And so I put some bone meal on in there. I think it's called bone meal or whatever. I put it around off in there, and um, we've been getting a lot of rain here in Georgia. I mean, it's been storming all week. It's done went from it was hot though. Now, mind you, it's still hot and rainy, but it went from like 98 degrees outside uh, for over 2 weeks. We had a heat wave like no other, to storming and raining. And I check my plants on a regular. I don't know how I missed it. All of a sudden, this watermelon about this big, and this is going to be one of the long watermelons like this. is hanging down on the branch today. I said, "Oh my God, I have a watermelon." I was so excited. So you guys are going to see that in an upcoming video. Um, me out there in that garden and that watermelon, it just surprised me. It was so huge. And that's what I'm working on now. And I will be putting that video out later on. And after um, our yard sale Saturday, Paulette decided she wants to do juicing and a liquid like diet. So, hey, I got somebody to join me on one of my crazy ventures. So finally, we're going to do it together. I told her we should wait and do it after the yard sale, because if we do it before the yard sale, your body has to adjust. Um, you're not going to be eating no carbs, and when you take carbs out of your diet, especially processed carbs, and you used to eating them, um, sometimes you feel a little lightheaded and a little lethargic, a little drained for a day or two as your body adjusts. And I told her, I said, you don't want to do nothing like that before the yard sale, because we want to have all our strength and energy the day of the yard sale, because we're going to be doing a lot of lifting and moving stuff around, and you know and dealing with a lot of people. Hopefully we're going to be dealing with a lot of people that day. But with that being said, this was a very short live. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I was just wanting to catch you all up on what was going on with me. And sorry for being late today, and sorry for not being able to do a live last Thursday. Like I said, my intent was to do a live, and I laid down and I just never woke up until later on. By the time I woke up, it was like 10 o'clock. And so that's why I didn't go live last time. But remember, guys, we can get our water. Going back to our water intake, we can get our water in a lot of different ways. Make sure we're drinking plenty of water. If you need to add something to it, add some Crystal Light, stevia, off-brand Crystal Light. They have some off-brand ones that's dirt cheap. You can get them at the Dollar Tree, little single packets, and the little, like I said, the liquid drips, flavor drips that you can put in your water. We also get our water by what we eat. Remember, strawberries, 92% water. Grapes, 80% water. Apples, 84% water. Plus, you're getting your vegetables, your fiber, and all your micronutrients when you get to eating the greens, the leafy greens that come with water in them. You got the romaine lettuce, 95% water. So think about that when you are eating. Let's choose wisely when we're eating. Bell peppers have water. We all love bell peppers, baby. I had last week, I had did a low carb chicken burrito. So what I did was I took some skinless chicken breasts and seasoned them up, and I put them and I cooked it in the air fryer. I just wanted to see how it would come out. So they were like thin pieces of skinless, boneless chicken breast that I had got on $5 day at Kroger, and you get like about 6 pieces for $5, 6 or 7 pieces of already skinless, boneless chicken breast for $5. Season that up, put it in the air fryer, and then I took my kitchen shears and I cut it up, and I sauteed some bell peppers and onions, and I buy the low carb, the Labana, the LABA something, low carb, zero carb burrito flour tortillas. When I tell you that stuff was good, I think those sauteed onions and bell peppers just really boosted the flavor of that chicken burrito. And then I put my avocado spread. I buy the avocados uh, that's already avocado dipped or whatever you want to call it, that's already made. The guacamole. I'm sorry, it's not avocado. It is avocado, but the guacamole. I bought a single guacamoles like this. I don't know nothing about how to make it, so I buy it. And I put that on that burrito with some pico de gallo. Once again, more water, tomatoes, onions, lettuce. It was delicious and low carb, low calories and low carb. Yeah. So that's what I had a couple of times. I had it one day. I had one for lunch, and one day I had one for dinner. So that's another way. I mean, eating your water. I mean, I was getting my water in that burrito with the bell peppers, the tomatoes, and the lettuce, and I got my good fats in with the avocado. So I think I also have a cooking vlog that I'm going to share with you guys. You guys know I have my nephews here. Um, one of them is grown and one's a teenager. You seen the video I put up of, I think it went up today or yesterday, of me, a little short video taking him out school shopping. So with the kids, I have to cook for them. The other day, I did a video on what's called Frito casserole, so that will be coming out as well. So, you guys, I have quite a couple of videos that I'm going to be um, editing and putting up this week. So, hopefully, you guys enjoy the vlogs that are coming up. And with that being said, if anyone don't have anything else to say, yep, your body do needs rest, and that's what happened. That's what it lets me know when I'm overdoing it. Yeah, it did, and it almost happened again today. Um, you guys, what it is, I think it's because I get up so early. I am an early riser. Wake up sometime at 4:30 in the morning, 3:30 in the morning. Um, and when I'm up, and I cannot go back to sleep. I may have to change the time that I go live because 8:30 is kind of late for me. I'm normally sleep by 8 o'clock, but I've been forcing myself to go live at 8:30 because of the time difference. By me being from California, I know they are 3 hours behind. Excuse me, guys. Ooh, I gotta stretch these arms. They're 3 hours behind, so that's why I try and go at 8:30. That's 5:30 their time. So I'll be thinking about people getting off work and stuff, but um, who want to chime in. So anyway, you might guys may see me popping in on a little earlier than usual. So just FYI, um, something I want you all to know up front. Okay, if anyone don't have anything to add to the conversation tonight, I'm gonna say good night. Uh, and hope you all have a blessed week. And remember, guys, peace, love, and happiness is the only way to live. I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna see if anybody else have anything they want to say. I'll give it a few minutes, and then I'll let you guys go. And if you're just joining, we talked about water, foods that we can eat that's full of water, that's 80% or more uh, in water. Okay, since no one has anything to say, there's no typing going on. Thank you all so much. for being here. If this is your first time, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and come on over here to Valita's World. We talk about healthy weight loss, and this is my life after retirement and gastric bypass. With that being said, bye for now, and everybody, please be safe. Enjoy the rest of your week and have a blessed weekend.